Good evening, viewers. I'll go ahead and continue with my part 2 portion of this video. It's Pwalpar, and I've been talking about the joys of a colonoscopy. Not really joys, but you know what I mean, the ordeals of a colonoscopy maybe. So today I want to talk about my trip to the hospital. First of all, yesterday, if you've never had a colonoscopy, here's what they do to you. They give you about a gallon of Gatorade. It's more than a gallon, 64 ounces plus 12 more ounces I had to drink the day before. The day before you can't eat any food because you got to get all your system flushed out. You can drink only liquids the day before. So yesterday, all I had was like some Jello and a bouillon cube and lots and lots of Gatorade mixed with some kind of, what do you call it? Anyway, you put this powder in there and stir it up and drink this Gatorade down. You got to drink it all within, you take an 8-ounce glass, wait 15 minutes, take another 8-ounce glass until you got it all gone. Well, 2 hours later, you've just been sitting here drinking Gatorade until it's sloshing around on you. I took 3 different doses at different times of a really strong antibiotic. I took 2 different times of, I don't know what that powder was, Miralax, and Dulcolax, which is a laxative. I took 4 of those. So what's going to happen when you do all that? You're going to be going to the bathroom all night long. So I didn't get no sleep last night. I lay down for about 3 hours. But it flushes you out. Then you go to the hospital, and we were there at quarter after 5 this morning, a.m. They opened the doors at 5:30. We had to drive like 40 miles to get over there to the Fayetteville hospital. Seen this gray-haired nurse coming to work, unlocking the back door. We're sitting out in the parking lot. She came in and went on in to the hospital. Turns out she was the one that came out after I got registered and checked in and showed them my proof of insurance and driver's license and all that kind of stuff. Signing all the papers that, if you die, we're not responsible. Have you had COVID tests in the last month? I said, nope. You been around anybody with COVID? Nope. Well, I can't tell you I've not been around somebody, but if they had it, I didn't know it. Anyway, you get checked in. Finally, the nurse comes out into the west side of the Fayetteville hospital, which is in outpatient type place where you go to get surgery, and you're either going to go home or they're going to keep you in the hospital after your surgery's over, depending on what your condition was. And she came out, and it was the gray-haired lady that we saw going in. So I went back with her, and I said, I saw you come to work this morning. She said, well, you must have been there early. They put me on the scales and weighed me and give me armbands and IDs so that I can get mixed up with somebody else. Take me back to our waiting room, get all your clothes off, put this robe on that wraps around and don't even cover your hiney. You get up on the bed and lay there and wait, and they come in and shove needles up in your hands, both hands. This one was still bleeding. I had to keep a Band-Aid on it. But to get their medications inside you, they hook up IVs and stuff to you. They got me all hooked up to all that contraption, and I'm laying there thinking, well, what more exciting thing is going to happen today? In comes this other nurse and jerked the sheet down about this far. Starts shaving all the hair off my stomach and chest. I said, just be careful where you're cutting, And got that all done. Another nurse comes in. I'm going to be getting you ready, and she does some more IVs and things. And then walks this one nurse, big tall nurse. Mr. Parks, have you had a COVID test in the last month? I said, no, ma'am, I ain't. Well, you're fixing to get one. Oh, great. I'm thinking, I've had my Pfizer shots and all that for the COVID vaccine, but I still got to get a test. Well, she immediately whips out this big old long Q-tip. It's longer than this damn pencil I'm holding. She's holding it like this. And literally this long. I'm thinking, what are you going to do with that? Well, she shoves it up in my nose. Well, they got me held down with IV balls. I can't grab her and stop it. Shoves that sucker. You think you would just reach inside your nose and dig around. No, they got to shove that sucker all the way up to China. And then when they get it up there, till your tears are running out of your eyes from shoving it up in your sinus, they rotate it. Scrubbing that. I just know the nurse was thinking, if this son of a gun's got any germs in there, I'm going to find them. So he rooted around for a while and then turns the Q-tip around and shoves it up in the other side and scrubs it around. You're laying there with tears running all down in your damn face, thinking, oh, well, I'm glad that's over with. But it still hurts for like 5 or 6 minutes after they took it out. So I had my first official COVID test today, and I didn't get nobody come back and told me I was positive. I said, what happens if I got it? She said, well, you will be in a different part of the hospital around other patients that already had the COVID. I never wound up over there, so I'm assuming my test was negative. But the hospitals are really packed with those people with COVID, and I feel for anybody that's got it. It's not a pleasant thing to go through, and the results of treatment is not always a happy ending. Anyway, back to my description. They take me in, after about 2 hours, the doctor comes in and talks to me, and it's getting on to 7:30 in the morning then. Wife is out in the waiting room waiting, and I think I was in the operating room till about 9 o'clock. But they rolled me in this operating room with all these bright lights and transferred me over onto the operating table. And usually when you get a colonoscopy, you just kind of lay on your side and they do it that way. No, they don't do that. They put me up there like I was some kind of experiment. Put my feet up in these damn stirrups. And I guess that's where they can better work their machinery. And one of those, before they did that, just one nurse came in and asked me, what are we doing for you today? What are you here for? And I was supposed to say, I guess I'm getting a colonoscopy, but I said, I think y'all are going to rearrange all my plumbing or something. The lady must have laughed for 5 minutes. But when they got through rearranging my plumbing, I finally woke up and found out that, how fortunate I was and didn't have to have the serious surgery. And we haven't got the results back from the test, but since it was negative for any kind of cancer, though, on my last colonoscopy when they found it, hopefully it'll still be negative. This time he took out the whole shebang, so I'm sure they'll do more detailed tests, and I'll wait to hear on that. And I certainly don't look forward to anybody telling me it's cancer, but you don't know until you get it done. So always when the doctor asks you to go get a colonoscopy, go ahead and get it done, because it's really simple to do, and it can save your life. I appreciate y'all tuning in today, and hopefully somebody might get a benefit of listening to my description, even though it's not medical advice or anything like that. Just a precaution, telling people that they should go ahead and get it done. Now, my final thought for today is, I didn't know it at the time. I told you when we started this video, I've had 3 different colonoscopies. Well, the doctor today told me I got to come back in 6 months and get another one. I guess what they're going to do is look in there and see if it grows back or anything, or if anything else was wrong. this hadn't been the greatest topic to talk about on my videos, but I think it was something worthy of explaining to people just exactly how lucky I was today. Thanks for tuning in, and to all my viewers with the well thoughts and wishes, all your prayers and well wishes helped me a great deal, and I want to thank you. It's Pwalpar saying, y'all take care.